Hello, welcome to the Unplanned, Unprepared, and Unpredictable podcast. I'm your host today. I haven't decided who I want to be. I would like to be Thomas. I'm Thomas today. I will be Tom. My co-host Jerry, he couldn't be here because he is sick. So I'll be the only host today, and I want to say welcome to the unplanned, unpredictable podcast, where your hosts, usually there's two hosts, but today there will be only one host, and that is I, where I have no idea what's going to happen, and I'm going to talk about it for exactly 59 more minutes, starting right now. Wow, the silence is deafening. I'm not gonna lie. This is I was not looking forward to recording a podcast by myself today. I actually am more than I'm like 2 weeks too late to do it because I told my co-host that I would do it 2 weeks ago. And the silence is deafening. It's so quiet. I have never felt more crazy in my life than I do right now because I'm talking to nobody. I'm talking to myself. I will be talking to myself for the next 58 and a half minutes. Wow, I don't even think I can make that much noise for 59, 58 more minutes. Okay. Anywho, so today I'm very excited to be here with you all. Actually, before we start the podcast, this will probably come out a little bit later, but this week it is February 19th right now for me. In this past week or so, we have had so much engagement on our Instagram page. So anybody who likes us online, man, we really appreciate y'all because me and my friend, we just talk about stuff, random stuff, and for some reason people like it once in a while. And this past week, we've had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, we've had like 2 comments and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 likes and 2 follows. Man, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but I feel like our podcast is blowing up. And we've been doing this for, I don't know, 30 weeks. I feel like maybe more, but sincerely, I really appreciate y'all. And I have been the one commenting back. I don't comment back seriously. This one person said, you know what? Here. Excuse me. This one person, we have a hater already. We have actually a repeated hater because the hateful comment, I can't find it right now, but basically the hateful comment was, you know what? I stopped by today to tell you that you guys suck. Hey. Excuse me. I actually think that is kind of a compliment that for him, we were so awful that he decided to stop his entire life to say something negative to us. I appreciate it. Also, I'm not really sure why anybody would want to be like that. But you know what? It is what it is. I replied to that comment in sort of a tongue-in-cheek kind of way. I'm not sure exactly what tongue-in-cheek means, but I wasn't very serious about it. He said something mean, and I was like, I think I called him a fake person. Like, you're not even a real person, so it doesn't even matter. I don't think he replied back to me. But anyways, anybody who comments and likes our stuff, I especially today, because my co-host can't say anything, but we really appreciate you. All right. That took about 5 minutes. I'm overwhelmed. I'm actually terrified right now. I'm terrified about what's going to happen in the next 55 minutes because I have no idea. We're the unplanned, unprepared, and unpredictable podcast. This is it. I didn't plan anything. I feel more unprepared than ever before. And sometimes I'll just say something and let my co-host respond to it for a while, and then I'll just say another thing. Like, my job usually is very easy, because I just say one thing and then he talks for a little while and then I'll ask him another question and he'll talk for a little while. But today I have to do all the talking. I'm actually gassed. I am exhausted and I feel crazy because I hear nothing in my headphones right now. Okay, what should I talk about? What should we talk about today? What should we talk about today? Okay. My co-host, I think he had a solo episode a couple weeks ago. I still haven't heard it. I am not a good co-host. I'm not a very good friend. I should have listened to his podcast from a couple weeks ago. A couple weeks ago, he had a solo episode, and I think it was about how he's a Christian, and that's an amazing topic to talk about. We actually talked about it last week, or I don't know when this podcast will go out, but a couple weeks ago, we did talk about why he's a Christian, and I was trying to poke holes in his beliefs. Not seriously, but just for the sake of conversation and argument. But he said a lot of really, really interesting things. One of the things he said that I still don't really understand is that how can everything be created by nothing? How can what precedes, what came before what is now, how can it be non-existence? How can all of existence come from non-existence? I think that's basically what he's trying to say. I don't know what that means. But anyways, okay, so you know what I did decide to do today? I did decide if I couldn't think of anything at this point, I genuinely cannot think of anything. But before we get into what I had a backup thing that I wanted to do just in case, because I was very scared. But what I do want to say also is that anybody who hears this, I hope you guys are doing well. I don't make a ton of money, but I do make more than I think the average salary in America is like 60 or 70K, and I make a little bit more than that. And I live in a state where the quality of or what's it called, the cost of living is much lower than the average, and I'm struggling, guys. I gotta pay taxes. My taxes are coming up. My tax bill is like anyway. I save every month for my taxes, but I didn't save enough. For some reason, my taxes went up a little bit. Maybe it's because of Trump. Maybe it's because of Biden. I have no idea. But whoever's fault it is, I want them to fix it. But my taxes did go up by $1,500. So I saved all year. I saved a certain amount, and I'm short about $1,500. And that is not little bit of money for me. That's like a lot. And I know prices of eggs and inflation. And so what I'm trying to say is, if you hear this, I want to encourage you because it's gonna get better. We gotta hustle, we gotta grind, and we gotta work it out. But I absolutely believe that if you put in your best effort, you try your best every single day, that things will work out for you. And that's the encouragement I want to give to anybody who hears this. You might need it. Hey, this is a sign. This is the sign that you are waiting for. You are doing a good job. You're a great person, a great parent. You're a great coworker, and you're gonna make it. I absolutely believe everybody who hears this, it's not by coincidence, but you are gonna make it. Now, with that being said, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of this website called fmylife.com. I actually, so I'm in my 30s, and so like 20 years ago, I first discovered it, and it's still around. Like I didn't know it still existed, but it still exists, and basically people will anonymously post stuff about something crazy that happened in their lives, and people will vote on it. They'll vote, yeah, you deserved it, or that wasn't your fault, basically like that. So what I want to do today is kind of go through them one at a time and just talk about it for the next. Oh my goodness, I am actually running out of air. Like I cannot talk for this long nonstop. I used to think that I enjoyed talking and was that I could talk nonstop forever, but that's not true because I still have 50-ish minutes left to talk. But anyway, yeah, so what I want to do is kind of read through them one at a time and kind of talk about it. That's my plan. Unless well, so we'll start on that road and see where that road takes us today. Here we go. All right, I just opened it up. So I went to fmylife.com. It's fmylife.com. Now, that also reminds me, please, if you haven't already, follow our socials, follow everything. We're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, and on Facebook. So you can find our podcast in all these different places. And it's at Up3 Podcast. I think that's it. Up3. I have nobody to confirm with. So I hope that's right. Up3 Podcast. UPTHREEPODCAST. Up3 Podcast. So you can find us on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. Anywhere you want to find stuff, we're probably on that platform. Anywho, so I'm on fmylife.com and I clicked on the button random. Here we go. Okay, so the first one that pops up, it's by a guy named Brian. Brian, today I saw an article that Burger King is selling a Whopper with 7 patties in celebration of the Windows 7 release. Wait, what the heck? Oh, this is from 2009. All right. I want to hear some. Okay, anyway, so we'll just see where this goes. So in 2009, Burger King did this thing, a 7 patty. Do we remember that? Does anybody remember that? I was alive during that time. That doesn't. Wait, why would Burger King and Windows 7 came out in so why would they collaborate like that? Okay. Upon reading this, I immediately got an extremely forceful erection. I think this is a sign to stop putting off that diet. What? Okay. That's not what I expected. That's not what I expected at all. Hold on. So Brian in 2009. Okay, some of these could be fake. I think some people get on here to be troll and fake and just make stuff up. I wonder how big Brian, I wish he would have put how big he is. So this guy named Brian back in 2009, he saw a 7 patty Burger King burger on a commercial and he got a giant erection. Apparently. All right. And so then he said that was a sign for me to stop putting off that diet. Well, Brian, wherever you are, 2009, what's that? 16 years ago. Hope you're doing well, man. If you hear this, please let us know if you are a real person and if that really happened, and why on earth, why on God's green earth are you getting an erection from a hamburger? Like evolution. So for us to, I think like humans, any animal, right? We have this drive, sexual drive for reproduction. What does a burger have to do with any of that? You guys ever seen that Seinfeld episode? The Seinfeld episode where George Costanza, he's the bald guy with glasses. If you've never seen Seinfeld, anyway, this is kind of a uncool, kind of an unpopular guy, and somehow he actually lays with women regularly. It seems like he struggles, but he definitely blows my number. Like anyway, most people, I don't know. Anyway, I think I overshared just now. So my number is low. It could be 0. It could be 0. Anyway, whether or not it's 0 or 2 or 5, whatever, I assume the average person only has lain with less than a dozen, right? Less than 10. Single digit number of other people. And this guy, a lot. Over the 10 years of the series, probably 20, 30, I don't know, a lot of ladies he's laying with. And one of the episodes, he wanted to incorporate other activities in his bedroom activities, with his bedroom activities. Like he would eat a sandwich, watch television while he is with a woman. That's crazy, right? So, Brian, man, I don't know. That's the weirdest kink I've ever heard of. A 7 patty Burger King burger. What burger is very overrated? Five Guys. No, not Five Guys, sorry. In-N-Out. Five Guys is pretty good, but it's too expensive. Shake Shack, I think number 1, very, very good. 2, Freddy's is pretty good. 3, Culver's is pretty good. Five Guys is there somewhere, but it's just so expensive. I'd even throw McDonald's in there. McDonald's and Burger King, I think, has a very delicious burger. What's that place? Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake overrated. Not very good. It's not a memorable burger at all. Wawa, not Wawa. What's that place? From Texas, that place. Whataburger. Whataburger, terrible. Checkers is pretty good. Checkers burgers are pretty good. Their fries are pretty good. But all that to say, Burger King, man, out of all the things you could be sexually attracted to, it's not even a top 5 burger place. How do you even eat a 7 patty burger? You have to take it apart. I don't know. Anyways. All right, I'm a little stuffy today. All right, here's the second one. Second one. This is from 2009 also. What the heck? Why are these all from 2009? The second one, today, when we were at wrestling practice, okay, this feels like another boner issue. We had to bend over to stretch, all right? When I bent down, I noticed a car on the street stopped. There was a 60-year-old man watching us. He then licked his lips and drove away. Okay. Okay, that's weird. Okay. You know some information I wish we had? One, so this is from a guy named Iceman123432, and this was back in 2009. I wonder first, how old were you, sir? I mean, I imagine someone on the wrestling team is high school, middle school. Do middle schools have wrestling teams? I have no idea. But anybody who does wrestling, why? Why do y'all do that? What's the, like, if you play sports in high school, like basketball, if you get really good at basketball, that can take you. I guess wrestling can take you to college. I don't know. I really have nobody who was that successful at wrestling. But for me, what's obvious, like basketball or football or soccer, you play that sport really well, you get a scholarship, and you hope to become a professional athlete, right? That's the hope of a high school athlete, I assume. Get to college and possibly, I'm sure anybody who goes to college for with sports, because of sports, they have aspirations to become a professional at that sport. Wrestling, tennis too, right? Tennis, okay. Lacrosse. Like, why do people do that in high school? Wrestling and lacrosse. There's not. I don't get it. Like, what's the upside? There's tons of downside, and I don't know. Like lacrosse, I assume it's not very popular. So then I don't like, is that in high demand for college athletes to, I've never seen a lacrosse game in my life. Like, not even on the internet. I've never seen, I don't even know what lacrosse is. Like, it's the thing with the net sticks, right? Hockey. Like, there are so many other sports you could possibly play in high school, and lacrosse and wrestling do not make any sense to me. And did you know, wrestlers, high school wrestlers, you can't wear a cup? I mean, that is a lot of confidence. That's a lot of confidence. The average anyway, if especially if you're, I'm not gonna talk too much about genitals, men's genitals. I think the average size is like a little over 5 inches, something like that. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure, but I think that's right. But if you're like, several inches below average, why would you want to be a wrestler? Because the whole, how is wrestling even allowed? Because it seems like this old man, he drove by and saw these young kids wrestling, and it was sexually exciting for him. Like, those outfits should not be allowed, and you should be absolutely, like, you required to wear coverings for your lower. Like, it makes no sense to me. We need to be protecting our children. Imagine, I don't know, I just don't get it. And I've seen wrestling matches where, like, guys' nuts are rubbing on people's faces. I don't get it. I don't get it. So please comment on wherever you're seeing this, whether it's on YouTube or Instagram or yeah, any of the short form places, video places. Tell me why anybody chooses to be a wrestler. It makes no sense to me. Makes no sense. But anyway, yep. If you're I don't know. See, now the vibe is so weird. Like, cause my co-host, I think, usually will tell me if I'm saying something too crazy. But yeah, if you're an old pedophile, absolutely. Why would you not go to a wrestling match? Okay. If you see someone there by himself, and it seems like he has no children at that school, Wait, you like that shouldn't be allowed at all. I don't know. Anyway, all of it makes no sense to me. I don't know who's making money off of this, or why we continue to support this activity. But wrestling in middle schools and high schools, let's just cut it out. Like what's the point? Are a lot of these wrestlers going to college wrestlers? I've never heard of a college wrestler. Anyway, alrighty. This one is from 2012. Today, by Anonymous, which makes it more exciting, I think. Oh, from Switzerland. Okay. The first two were in the United States. This one is from all the way from Switzerland, Zurich, to be specific. Today, I was watching a movie with my boyfriend, okay, when things got a little frisky, okay, and we started making out, okay. It was my first time French kissing, and apparently he has a very sensitive gag reflex because the moment my tongue went in, he started retching and vomited moments later. Oh, I didn't do this with the first two? Okay, so the first two, the one where he got an erection from the Burger King, 20,000 people agree that your life is effed. F my life. They agree, yep, your life is effed. And then 10,000 agreed that they deserved it. I don't know. I don't I don't know what that anyway. The second one, when the old man was watching the wrestling practice and licked his lips and drove away, 45,000 people agreed that that was an effed up situation. I agree too. 4,000 people said, oh, yeah, 4,000 people said you deserved it. Yeah, I get it. Why are you wrestling at all? If you're an athlete, go do something else. Anyway, I kind of agree with that. Oh, so the girl, I'm going to assume this is a girl whose boyfriend, she was French kissing him and he threw up all over her while watching a movie. 29,000 people agree that her life or that situation was effed up. And 3,000 people said she deserved it. I don't know how she deserved it. She was just reciprocating a physical activity. Well, it depends on how old you are, too. Don't be making out with boys. I mean, yeah, a lot of it depends on how old. If it's the first time, surely she's pretty young. Man, just I know in high school you got all those hormones and stuff. Just keep your hands to yourself. Your life will be so much easier and simpler if in high school you just, be by yourself. Anyway, here's another one, anonymous. This is from why is it 2009? 2009. Okay, here we go. This is from someone in the United States. This one is a very short one. Today, I realized I had misspelled education on all the resumes I have been submitting. 2009. I'm pretty sure we had spell check back then. Yeah, 53,000 people agree that you deserve it. Yeah, I agree. You deserve it. Like nowadays, in 2025, we have ChatGPT and Grammarly and things like that to proofread our stuff. But bro, education. I hope you're not gonna. I hope you weren't trying to be a teacher, and you can't even spell education. I really wish we could do follow-ups. I wish these posts, people would come back to their posts and follow it up with like a what happened to you after that. Did this person ever get a job? Are they successful today? Are they alive? I would like to know all of those things, but it is what it is. Okay, the next one. Oh, it has a title. The next one has a title. A lot of these, none of these have titles so far. This one, the title is A Teachable Moment by Rickshaw Writer. Rickshaw? I'm not sure what a rickshaw is. Oh, this one is from 2021. Nice. So 4 years ago, a little bit after COVID. Here we go. Today, I caught my son and my wife's. Hold up. I caught my son and my wife's daughter experimenting. So I'm gonna assume this is a step brother and sister situation and not incest. Okay. I caught my son and my wife's daughter experimenting with each other's privates. They're not blood related. Oh, okay. And they are teenagers. Okay, so it's maybe not too bad, but they've been raised together since they were roughly about 5 years old. So it's still too weird and really, it's still too weird to really understand. There was only There's only 1,600 votes about on this one. I don't know why more people didn't vote on this. Maybe maybe this website has had less engagement recently. I hope our podcast. Well, I don't know. I'm not really sure if I really want to support this website. Hey, if you guys blow up after this, fmylife.com, please get in contact with us and, sponsor a podcast. All right? We're very cheap. We've never had a sponsor, so we'll give you a good deal. Our first sponsor ever, definitely we'll give you a good deal. Anyways, 2021, 4 years ago. See, I would love to know what happened to these people because now they're grown-ups. Did he marry his stepsister? Are they married? Are they still? I don't know. Wait, hold up. Experimenting with each other's privates. Hmm. I really don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's just move on. But yeah, that is a crazy one. 1,489 people agreed your life is effed. Yeah, I agree. And then 200 so almost 7 times more of you deserve. Why would you deserve it? How did this guy? What did he do to deserve it? Like not lock them in separate rooms? Like what was he supposed to do? Yeah, that's that's a crazy thing. What can you do about that? Here we go. 2011. A lot of these is from 2011. Okay, I'm gonna read a few more from random, but I'm gonna see if any more recent posts are available. So this is from what did I say? 2011. Here we go by Anonymous. Today I was posted with a very what? I was posted with a very lonely gate guard. Okay, so this person must be in the military, and they were with another gate guard person. They were guarding the gate, guarding the gate. From the second I arrived, I had to listen to him drone on, and now I know his entire life story. I was there for 4 hours, FML. I don't know. That seems like just kind of just tell him, hey, that's really interesting, but we focus on our job, or oh, you know what? I gotta do something else. I don't know. Like, was there no way to prevent this person from talking? But this person's just talking. And when you're doing a gate guard, like you're kind of bored, I assume, and hard to stay awake. And if you have to stay awake, I'm sure it helps if somebody is talking to you. I don't know. You easily. This person could have easily made the best of a bad situation, and they didn't. So let's see. I'm gonna assume they deserved it. Oh no, just kidding. 25,000 people said, "I agree. Your life is effed." What? Just because this person had to talk to somebody who was talking to the like, it's not like they were harassing them for 4 hours, and then only 4,153 people said you deserve. Okay, I don't think you deserve it, but your attitude isn't very good. I'm an introvert, and if somebody wanted to talk to me, I'd be like, yeah, let them talk. Who cares? Like, what's a big deal? Have your thoughts and other be on your phone. Kind of multitask, do multiple things at the same time. Anyway, all right, a couple more before we look for recent ones because these are all pretty old. 2010 is 15 years ago. Here we go. Oh, okay, we have a name though. Megan DN. I don't know what DN means. Is that like a title? Megan DN. Anyway, today, my kitten decided that having diarrhea was not a good enough reason to stop running in circles around my living room. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, well, okay, 38,000 people said it's, I agree your life is effed, and 4,000 people said you deserved it. I actually think that should be reversed. First of all, why are you owning a cat? Why would you get a cat? I mean, like cats, I think, especially kittens, are kind of cute, but I've never seen a cute interaction with a cat. Cats are mean, they slap you, they make babies cry, they scratch your face and I don't know, they could scratch your eyes out. Dogs, like I feel like almost every video I've seen on social media of dogs are cute, they're shy, they're loyal, they're protective. And I don't know. I mean, it's your fault. I think that you deserve it for getting a cat. Like anybody, like cats too, they can just live anywhere. Like, why would you bring this cat into your home? I don't know. It makes no sense. Like dogs can protect your house. Cats, I don't think they could. They couldn't care less about you. If there was a burglar, what are they gonna do? Run away? A dog, even a little dog, at the very least, he or she is an alarm system. Like they serve at least that function and can be useful. Cats, what are cats good for other than being kind of cute? I have a friend who owns a cat and he loves his cat. He makes pretty good money and he's like, I will pay thousands and thousands of dollars. I will give up like all of his money. He would give up all of his assets and money if this cat could live longer. And I'm just thinking like, what? That's silly, guys. That's silly. No, I've had dogs, and I understand what it means and how it feels to have affection for your pet. But like cats make you work so hard for their affection, and cat owners they just go crazy. Like they bend over backwards for their pets, and that's not what a pet should be. Anyway, I think that person deserves it for buying a cat at all. All right, couple more. This is time wasting. How ironic. So the title for this one is Time Wasting by P. Neal. P. Neal from 2019. Today, after having spent all of last night studying for an algebra test. There we go. This only is only 2 sentences long, but the first sentence, you spent all night studying for an algebra test. Hey, maybe not procrastinate last minute. Here we go. I find out that the test was on a completely different chapter of my textbook. You deserved it, right? Okay, so 1199, agree your life is effed, and 1508. So only about 300 more people thought you deserved it. No, that's crazy. You're obviously a terrible student. Now, I know a lot of people, they do all-nighters, and I have done them also. But if I could go back and give myself good advice, hey, you should be studying regularly so you don't have to spend the night before a test cramming because you procrastinated. And you're that just doesn't work. Like nobody ever does well procrastinating and then doing last minute like cramming the night before all night. This doesn't work. Like it'll get you by. You can get by, I think, doing that, but you will not be successful with that sort of study habits and that kind of mentality. And if that's the way you live your life as a student, you will not do well in life unless you fix that. So this bozo, I'm sorry to be mean, but this bozo, he spent all night long studying the wrong chapter. How does that even happen in 2019? Now 6 years ago. Like how is it possible? How is that even possible that you have no clue even what chapter you are on? You deserved it by a lot. Like it should be like 10-1. Okay, one more from the random, and then I'm gonna see if this website has some more recent ones. But here we go. The title for this one is Stinky Pits by Shaking My Butt. That's the username. Okay, this is not. Let's see. This FML is from back in 2014, but it's good stuff. What? Okay, I guess you can write in the date. What? I don't know. Anyway, okay, so maybe it's from 2014, United States. Here we go. Today, it's been 2 weeks since my parents went crazy with their attempts to save on the water bill. Every time I want to take a shower, I have to ask them first. Let's just say I've had to resort to taking sponge baths in public restrooms to keep my bill under control. Like, I don't want to judge. That does sound pretty crazy that you have to ask your parents permission to shower. But like okay, so if they're like middle class folks and they're doing that and it's not that they can't afford to, but that's their way of saving money. Yeah, I think that is crazy to have to ask like every time he flushes a toilet, you have to ask your parents. Like I don't know. I don't know what the situation of their house is. But unless they're living like in deep poverty, I do think having to ask your parents if you can shower is kind of crazy, and then resorting to having to take sponge baths in public restrooms. Yeah, that's crazy. I wish there was more detail, like how old you were. Do you know what gender this person is? I don't know. So we have no idea the gender of this person, but like yeah, I would like an update. I wish these had more updates. Where is that person now? Do you still smell? Can you shower regularly now? You know what? Hey, so anybody who needs to shower, if you get a $10 or $15, I think it's $15 a month right now at Planet Fitness. There you go. If I was homeless, I would live in my car and drive Uber, or not Uber probably, but what's it called, like DoorDash. I would do DoorDash, live in my car, and shower at Planet Fitness for $15. Also work out. You can work out there, so you can be ripped. You can save some money. You will survive. I know. I don't know. So for some people, even getting a car, I know is hard. But man, that's my plan. Plan W, I guess. If everything else doesn't work out, and I eventually have to be homeless, hopefully I'll at least have a car. But anyway, that's a possibility, right? If you need to shower, you can shower at Planet Fitness for $15 a month. That's pretty reasonable. All right. These are all pretty old. I want to see if there are more recent ones. So let's go to all. Let's go to all. Yes, there are. There are some from 2015. So the most recent one. Here we go. 2015. 219. Is that today? So this is from today. 3 p.m. United States in Dallas. Okay. I don't know if it's 3 p.m. their time or our time, but if it's our time, that was so right now it's 7:33 p.m. About 4 hours ago was 3 p.m. 4.5 hours ago. So the most recent post was from 4.5 hours ago. Okay, it's not the most recent one. Um. Anyway, here we go. Let's see. Why can't I be you? And the username is failing forever. Today, my boyfriend knocked over a shelf in a store, making a huge racket and mess. Okay. He apologized profusely and helped the store clerk put the shelf back up like a normal person. Okay. I can't even bump into someone and apologize without freezing up and replaying it in my head for days. What? I don't I honestly I don't really understand. No, so I guess the point is uh, okay, the point is their boyfriend did something embarrassing and he resolved it and doesn't think about it that much. But this person overthinks so much that they will get anxiety for thinking about how they messed up for maybe the rest of their lives. Um, I think you deserved it. Right now, I agree your life is effed up. I don't know. Anyway, hey, you know, it does nobody no people aren't thinking about you the way that you think about yourself. Like things that cuz I do that too. Sometimes I lay in bed at night and I cringe over things that I have said to people and situations that I've been in. I think about it and I absolutely like I feel sick to my stomach. I hate myself and I lie in bed awake struggling to sleep cuz I can't stop thinking about those things. Like I if I remember things like that, I will lay in bed and try to force my brain to forget those things, which I actually do think when stuff like that, if you have anything in your life that feels like that, you should try to embrace it. Like really dive, like kind of lean into that awkward and cringe feeling. And I think that's how you process it. Otherwise, you're just kind of pushing it away, but it's always going to come back. So, you know what? Like, don't be embarrassed about things that happen in your life. Dwelling too hard on the past, it's not healthy. It doesn't do you any good. And literally, nobody else cares. Like, nobody else cares. Things that happened years ago in your life, nobody's thinking about. Like, imagine, can you remember things that other people did that are really embarrassing? No, right? You only remember the things that you were embarrassed by. And it does no good for anybody. So if you have moments like that, if you lie awake in your bed thinking about just embarrassing things or mistakes you've made, just let it go. It's not good for you and it helps nobody and nobody else cares. Why would you care about something that literally nobody else cares about? My ear itches. Okay. Lost and Found. So this is by a girl named Lauren. Oh, where are we at? Okay, okay. We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. Uh, I don't want to think about it or talk about it too much, but we're at 40 minutes. 20 more minutes. More minutes. Okay. And I told my co-host that I would record a podcast with him later tonight too. And I'm exhausted. My brain is exhausted. I don't even know what's going on. Here, let me take a drink. I need a sip of my beverage. Ugh. All right. Here we go. So this is from Lauren, and she posted 8 p.m. So this must be tracking their time because it's 7:37 right now. So Miami, no, this makes no sense. Anyway, it says 8 p.m. in Miami, but I guess it's from the future. 2005, 219, that's today. Okay, from Miami, this is from the future apparently. Here we go. By Lauren. Lauren, who doesn't really know how to tell time. Today, I was in a rush to meet some friends for brunch. Ooh, brunch. Brunch on a Friday? What kind of, I wonder what this, so this person must be a student or unemployed or, I mean, unemployed and maybe she's a mom who stays at home, a stay-at-home mom. Lucky you. Or homeless. Anyway, today I was in a rush to meet some friends for brunch and I arrived first. Okay. The restaurant, I guess this person who doesn't know how to tell time, I'm going to assume she got the date wrong. Here we go. The restaurant door was locked, so I knocked. Okay. She knocked on the brunch restaurant's door because she was there early. A waiter opened the door and stared at me with confusion before saying, "This isn't the entrance, ma'am." And it wasn't until I walked around the corner and saw the correct door that I realized I've been standing at the employee entrances the entire time. What? So, the employee entrance, the most employee entrances that I've seen are like windowless doors at the back of a building. Hold on, my brain, like, it should be very clear to anybody that this is not the front of the building. And she waited and I wonder, she should tell us how long she waited there. 30 minutes, an hour? Were her friends waiting? Were they confused at was nobody texting her, "Hey girl, where are you at?" Like, how long was she at this incorrect door? Wait. So she knocked on the door and the person was like, "This is not the correct entrance." It wasn't until I walked around the corner. So how long was she there after they shut the door on her? And then she was like, "You know what? Maybe I should walk around and see if there's another door." So she's never been to this brunches. But like, my brain is so confused. Like, how have y'all ever driven at the back of like a Publix shopping center? In the back, the back of a shopping center where I assume this restaurant is, it does not look anything like the front. You can clearly tell, and it's hard to get back there. How did you walk back there? Anyway, Lauren, you deserved it. What is it? 92 people said you deserved it. 32 people agree your life is effed. Her life must be so difficult because this person has. I want to. You know what? I want to get to know her, and I want to know what your life is like. Man, I know the point of this is to be anonymous, but I wish there was a way for us to get connected with the writers because I want to get to know you. Like, I am so fascinated by this lady all of a sudden. What do you do? How old are you? Do you have trouble inside your home maybe? Like, do you have confusion of doors inside your house also? Like do you walk to the back of your house to walk into the house? I don't know. I have so many questions for you. Anyways, wow, that was just I'm a little angry too. I'm like kind of angered by that. Like, the waiter should have been like, "Hey ma'am, you need to go around." Like, did the waiter say anything or he just said, "Oh, this is not the entrance," and he shut the door and she waited there even longer to see if this door would change to become the entrance eventually? Like, what? Okay. Anyways, here we go. Dank. Okay, I don't. Dank, is that a bad word? I said it. Dank is a title by Anonymous from 3 p.m. today in Canada. Oh, Canada is a place I really want to visit. Right now, it's like it's freezing temperature where I live at, and I have no interest in being any colder. But Canada seems like a wonderful, lovely place. Hmm. Universal healthcare. We need it in America. I would like it. I don't know who I vote for to get it, but it seems like people spend thousands and thousands of dollars for everything they do in a hospital, and then other countries are like, "Oh, it cost me $20. I was in and out for like $50 today." Make it make sense to me. Now I know I get it. America has the best healthcare technology. I don't care. I don't need that. I just, don't want to become homeless. Like, you walk out the hospital doors, "Oh, I'm homeless now." That shouldn't be a thing. Or like I'm afraid of getting sick because I do have health insurance, but I'm afraid of what having a child because that costs thousands of dollars just to have a child. If that child is sick, boom, you're. I mean, like I'm afraid to have a dog because I'm afraid the dog will get too sick because I cannot afford even animal health care. But you're saying humans, like even people with health care, it costs them. Like, how do you spend thousands and I don't have thousands and thousands of dollars to spend on myself in any way. But like a healthcare thing is something I assume you have to do. And then other countries have universal basic healthcare, and they don't. It's not a crippling fear to go to the hospital for all these people. Anyways, make it make sense. Here we go. Dank, Canada. Today, I woke up to a weird smell in my apartment. I checked everywhere but couldn't find the source. After a while, I discovered the smell was coming from the pile of laundry I left in the corner, okay? Laundry that I thought was clean. It was the gym clothes I'd thrown in there 3 weeks ago. So, this person dropped dirty clothes into a corner and then dropped clean laundry in the same corner and then left that there for weeks. Ah, oh God, I'm get that makes me angry too. Like you're a bozo, man. You deserved it. Of course you deserved it. That's how could it how is that even possible that your gym clothes smell so bad and that you left your gym clothes out so long that they smelled even worse, that you thought, like, oh, what does it smell like? It's not like a smell that happened all of a sudden. It's a smell that grew over time. Like, do you, and then plus, like, you have a big pile of laundry in the corner of your house. Do you not change your clothes every day? Like, do you not change your like, how many pairs of underwear do you have that you went 3 weeks without doing laundry again? Oh, anyway, that doesn't make any. Yeah, you deserve it. You're a bozo. I'm sorry. Anyway, these aren't very good. Okay, these aren't very good. Same old is a title from 5 p.m. today in the United States by Anonymous. Today it was our 19-year anniversary. Oh, wedding anniversary! Congratulations, 19 years. That's a okay. Let's try to figure out their age. If you got married at 25, 19 is what, like 44? Wow, that seems pretty young. 40s is pretty young. Let's say they're 40 or 50 something. Okay, so they're older. They're much older, responsible adults, I assume. Unless they got married when they're like 12. Is that possible? Can you get married when you're like in middle school with some kind of parental consent or something? Anyways, so it was our 19-year wedding anniversary. When I mentioned this to my husband, all he did was grunt at me and never brought it up again for the rest of the day. I didn't get anything. No flowers, no card, no dinner, nothing. Oh, and I also had to work at. Okay, I'm. All of a sudden, I'm depressed by this. Oh, that's so sad. Hey, lady, get out of that marriage. Oh, man. You know what? Like, I don't. Okay, so she obviously works, but depending on how much she makes and how much her husband makes, maybe they're stuck together financially, and that's so sad. And divorces are so expensive. But man, that is. Hey, you know what? Like, if you don't want to get stuck in a marriage, in a loveless marriage, be cautious of who you date when you are young. Because I know a lot of people that, you just date and I don't know. Even if you're incompatible, you just get married. That's like so if you date somebody for especially in your 20s, right? Maybe you meet them in high school and okay, so almost 100%. If you meet someone in high school, you're not going to be dating them or marrying them after a certain amount of time. But like you got to be careful who you start dating, especially at certain time periods in your life. Like in your mid 20s, if you start dating someone, if you date them for 2 3 years, most likely you're gonna marry this person because a lot of people are too afraid to meet somebody else. And this person, obviously, man, 19 years of marriage, is this the first time that they didn't celebrate a wedding anniversary, or what was it like? the last few years they haven't celebrated well. But this man, if he grunts and ignores her during when she brings it up, that's obviously a terrible sign, and I feel horrible for you. So, lady, yeah, this happened today. Hey, you don't deserve that. What the heck? Oh, I agree. I agree. Your life is effed. 228 to 90. Hope you can figure out how to get away from this man and meet somebody who will cherish you and not take you for granted. Hopefully, you will find someone like that. I'll be thinking about you, Anonymous, from the United States. Okay. Let's do one more. Oh, this is from India. Jamshedpur, India. 1:30 p.m. today by Anonymous. Are they wrong? Question mark is the title. Today I slipped, fell down an entire flight of stairs in front of literally everyone. Okay, see, like, hey guys, if you ever post on fmylife.com, put in some pertinent details. Like, we need to know more. Like, if the flight of stairs is there a minimum for what you would call a flight of stairs? Like, I've seen stairs that are like 3 steps. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. I don't know. Okay, so they fell down a flight of stairs. I'm going to assume it's more than 10, right? In front of literally everyone, and after getting back up, I tripped down another flight of stairs? Huh? So, like, are they back to back? Like, you fell down a flight of stairs, you got up and then tripped again and fell down another flight of stairs? Like, see, we need to know, as the reader, we need to know how many steps you fell down today. Then, instead of silently walking away, I started laughing like a maniac, and now everybody probably thinks I'm dumb, clumsy, and crazy. Like, what does that mean? I started laughing like a maniac. Is this a lady or a man? Okay, let's imagine, right? Let's imagine a best case scenario. The flight of stairs, let's say it's like 3 steps. You fall down 3 steps, and then you get up, dust yourself off, fall down 3 more steps. Not bad. I mean, not great, but not bad. I mean, plus also, where's the location of these steps? Like, were you in a very public place, or were you in a neighborhood? Like, it depends how many people are around. Wait, did he say where he fell down? It doesn't say where he fell down. A workplace, I'm gonna assume, so somewhere near your work. Anyway, and then you get up, dust yourself off, try to walk away, and start laughing maniacally, like a maniac. What does it mean to laugh like a maniac? Like, I don't know. Okay, that kind of seems like a maniac, right? Like I if I ever, okay, so y'all have heard me laugh. Give me a second. Let me try to pretend something is funny. Okay, that's how I laugh. But a maniac. Okay, I do kind of have a maniac's laugh. But okay, I'm gonna try to pretend to be a maniac. Okay. Okay. So if you fell down some stairs and you laugh like that, I would call someone. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would definitely call the police, because it would seem like you're having some kind of a stroke, or some kind of big mental, like, issue. Maybe you got a concussion, and now you're crazy. Yeah, wherever you are, if you're nearby people you knew, you need to find a new workplace or a new situation. Because the people, if they just let you walk away after you fell down 2 flights of stairs, and now let's say these flights of stairs was like 10 each, man, you easily could have died. I'm surprised you're not dead if you fell down 20 stairs. And then you walked away laughing like a psychopath. Yo, actually, I hope you're okay. Now I'm very concerned. Not only for your social circumstances, not only for your professional, like, career, because your workplace, they all think you're crazy, but are you okay? Okay enough to type this? Anyway, maybe this is just normal in India. In Jamshedpur, India. Maybe that's just a normal thing that happens all the time. Half beard. Okay, let's do one more from this section, and then I'll do one from spicy, because I think those are inappropriate, and that's more fun. Here we go. Today at 24. 24, that's a good age. I think 22, you're still pretty young. 23, 24, you're like, I'm starting to figure things out, I think. 24, I still can't grow a single bit of facial hair. Well, at least not on the right side of my face. FML. This got 30,000. I agree you're at. What? So you grow facial hair only on half of your face? And then 30,000 people out of 30, like 33,000, they think your life is effed? Who cares? You know, I shave and my face is pretty sensitive, so I get like razor bumps pretty consistently. And I also can't grow a lot of facial hair. I wish I could grow a thick, luscious beard because I would be gorgeous. I'm not kidding. Like, that's not a joke. I would be gorgeous with a luscious beard. But if I can't grow a luscious beard, which I think a lot of people can't, if I only have to shave half of my face, that's a blessing. Why are you complaining? Who cares? Well, actually, I also want to know how this could possibly happen. Like, are you a burn victim? Like, is half of your face burnt? Or you fell on your face real hard and it damaged your hair follicles? Like, actually, how does that even happen? How do you have a bald spot on the right side of your face? Anyways, hey, I have so many questions. I wish we could reply. Can you reply? No, you can only share. I would. Oh, this is in. That's not in Sweden. Where's this from? Naperville. Hmm. Anyway, here. Let's go to spicy. Random spicy. Okay, spicy. So this is recent spicy. Spicy are the ones that are a little risque. How much time we got? Oh, we're actually almost done. Hey, I actually had a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys also enjoyed our little trip together here. Okay, spicy, frustrated boy. Just by the title, I am quite nervous about reading this out loud. But here we go. Okay, by anonymous, of course. 5 p.m. today in the United States. Spicy. Here we go. Today, my girlfriend hasn't. I have to substitute this word. She hasn't laid with me in God knows how long. I had to mention a sexual activity, and she already said she was going to give this person this activity for Valentine's Day. I knew it was BS because it's the 17th. Okay, and still no activity. I get mad when I watch inappropriate scenes. I get mad. Okay, okay. Okay, we cannot do this. I satisfy myself, but it's not the same. I really want to lay with other women. I don't know what to do. Just break up, bro. Like, I don't get it. I do think one with girlfriend. I believe that you should wait till marriage because there are physical consequences to physical sexual activity before marriage for lots of reasons. I don't know. I think it's a big deal. I don't think it's a small deal. I think it's a big deal. So if this person is just your girlfriend, it depends how old you are too. But man, just break up. If she is not into you now, like, I don't know how long you've been dating, but it's gonna get worse and worse and worse. So either, I don't know. You know what? Here. Either she is like, this is a relational issue. You guys are not doing well because a lady wants to feel good about the relationship or about you or about herself, and that leads to those sort of physical activities. I assume I'm not a lady, obviously, you can tell by my voice, but there is a reason why she has no interest, whether she's seeing somebody else already, which would be awful, or maybe you are not treating her good enough for her to feel like in a loving mood. So instead of complaining that she isn't satisfying your physical needs, how about you go and try to figure out what needs she is needing to be satisfied in her life? Yeah, emotional needs, mental needs, spiritual needs. You're obviously not fulfilling her in all these ways, and you are just thinking about yourself. Hey, get over it. I wish I could give you some good advice. If you know, for anybody who is in that kind of situation where you're not being physically reciprocated, yo, you gotta work on relationships, or get out, get out. If you're not gonna put in the effort, just quit. Oh, we don't. You know what? That's a good place to end because we only got 30 seconds left. But yeah, relationships. If you're frustrated, either put a lot of effort into it to make it work, or get the heck out of there and leave that person alone. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast today. I hope it was a little bit enjoyable. This was really, really hard. But if I ever have to do it alone, I think I'll do it like this again. Have a nice day. Bye bye.